The reason it's a big deal to me, it's because I've never stayed in the van alone, and I really want to. Oh yeah, love it when it just works. Had a shower, wetting my hair, not washing it. That's why it looks kind of grungy. Let's just go with it. So, my messy van, love it though. I just stopped next to the highway to make myself a coffee. It's brewing. It's really warm, but I'm okay with having warm coffee. This is really about nothing but everything all at once. I just went to this amazing concert, amazing festival actually, different concerts, one festival, Volcano Sessions. It's because my partner played there with his band, and it was amazing. It's inside a volcano. Epic, really. And I filmed a lot, so I'll share some footage of the bands and everything. Atmosphere was really, really good. Everybody was so sweet, and it's so nice to be able to speak French with French people. Just immediately make connections, you know. It's cool, and they ask, "How come you speak French and the other guys don't? You clearly have a Dutch van, you know." So I explained my mom is French from Corsica, and I grew up bilingual. So yeah, it was really amazing, a great experience. And so of course I traveled there in the van with my boyfriend. We left the dog at the dog sitter in Amsterdam. I already miss her. Ugh. But she's having fun. They're setting us updates. And so actually we split the travel period in two. It's like a 13-hour drive. And since we have a van and we can sleep in it, yeah, we decided to split it in two and stay somewhere near Lyon, I think. It was idyllic. It was a small country road in the shade next to a beautiful river, I think, yeah. And the water was warm because it was so warm. We swam like 3 times the one night that we were there. So in the evening upon arriving, and then again the next morning. So that was really cool. Couldn't have done it better. I actually keep a log, since I have this van, of all the places that we stopped camping, you know, paid or not, it doesn't matter. Whether it was good or not, it doesn't matter. I just want to have a record of all the places that we could go, and I write down the coordinates. You know, when doomsday comes and the internet stops working, maybe, just maybe, we will find our way in our diesel van to those spots. The next day, actually, we picked up two band members, or actually a band member and the sound and light guy at the airport of Lyon, and we traveled together to the Volcano Sessions. And of course, everybody stayed there. They all had a, you know, place to stay, and my partner and I had the van. It was really nice and cozy, and so this morning we said goodbye. He's on his way home right now in the band bus, filled with gear and everything, and I'm continuing a couple hours to see my grandparents in Bourgogne. Coffee's done. Oh, yeah. Ah. And so actually I'm almost there. It's an hour away now. It was 4 hours away. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. And okay, so long story, but the reason it's a big deal to me, it's because I've never stayed in the van alone. I think I talked about it in a video, and I really want to. And of course, this is not a night in the van just yet, but I am driving all alone in the van outside of the Netherlands. Because usually this is a two people thing, you know, it's my boyfriend and I, and sometimes we have the dog, and it's all nice and cozy, and we have someone to talk to, and now I'm alone and I'm just listening to my music or, you know, podcasts, etc. But it's fun, it's good. It's not too big of a deal right now because again, it's just 4 hours away. I did most of the driving when we went to France in the first place, so I'm already, you know, like in the zone, accustomed. That already is a thing for me actually because maybe you don't know, but I have fear of driving, really, really big driving anxiety. And I just got my driver's license 3 years ago. So, yeah, and now I drive this van, but I love it. I love it. The van is named Buddy because he understands me and we are friends. We are pals. We are soulmates. It's very chill in the van. Yeah. So that's cool. I do stay with my grandparents in their home for, I don't know, maybe 3 nights. We'll see. I really want to see them. I love them very much. They're like a second set of parents to me. So they're the last set of grandparents that I have left. I'm excited to see them and talk to them and show them pictures of all the things that we've been doing. What was I going to say? Yeah, on the way home, it's actually from their home to Amsterdam, it's I think 9 hour drive, maybe 10 hours. And I'm just not going to do that to myself. I'm going to, again, split it in half and stop somewhere. I don't know if it's still going to be France or Belgium. We'll see. But I really want to get over this other fear that I have or insecurity about staying in the van alone a whole night. And I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to have, you know, movies to watch. I'm going to do tarot. I'm going to probably vlog about it because I am pushing myself and I think it's a cool message actually to spread into the world. New format, guys. Inspirational videos by Anna. Um, yeah. No, actually it does inspire. I'm 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 watching videos by this girl. I don't know the name, but she is traveling alone in a van and she's talking about her anxieties and stuff like that and insecurities and fears and doubts and low points, but she still does it. She pushes herself because she wants to, and she wants to prove to herself that she can do it. And I'm at the same place right now. Yeah, I have the time, I have the energy. Let's do it. So, it's gonna be fine. I know where to go. I have my log, my little book with all the places that we already stayed at. So if I want to, I can choose somewhere that I've already been, so I know how safe it is and everything. But it does bother me just a little bit that I am all alone, a female solo traveler at this point, and I will be staying in the van a whole night alone, and I don't have my beautiful, strong guard dog with me. My pit bull stayed at home. So, how do we fix that? I couldn't tell you. I'll just have to be brave. We're doing it. We're pulling a card. Of course I brought Tarot de l'Incarnation by Anjuli Osina, because it's a very French Tarot de Marseille. So yesterday I pulled this card, 10 of Coins, which is great, obviously. I edged it in blue because these tiny little dots inside of the sort of flowers, oh no, they're eyes, right. They're blue, and it's a nice contrast color. So, You know what? I only have 1 hour left of this trip on the road, but I'm gonna pull a card for it. Yeah. Hmm. As I always tell my patrons, relax the body, release any tension that you may carry. Take a few deep breaths. Mm-hmm. Knight of Coins. It's so relevant. Okay, for me, not even intuitively, but just with my tarot knowledge, tarot background, if you will, this is the slow but steady card. Yeah, this is a very protective energy, just like the King of Coins. It's very grounded and stable and slow. However, of course, the Knight, I do read them elementally, and he's even holding a rod there, is the element of fire for me. So that does mean movement and action and really going, just momentum. But paired with the coins, it actually shows that fire, that flame is still very much there, but it's slow but steady. Slow but steady wins the race. So for me, this advice, or reading this card as advice, it means that I really don't need to rush. I can take it slow, easy, it'll be better. I will appreciate maybe the surroundings more. However, don't take any detours either, because this is not a card that's not focused on the end goal. You may, you know, look around and appreciate your surroundings, admire your surroundings, but don't take any detours. Also, don't take any shortcuts. Just go from point A to point B and don't rush. I'm distracted a little bit, so this maybe wasn't the best reading, but I did get something really clear out of it. Now, let's see though what the little booklet says, because it's so different than how I usually read the cards. However, of course, I do find, similarities. It's still tarot, it's still the basics, but there are many like saints and stuff like that added to this deck, which personally I don't use, but I gotta say it's interesting. It's historical, yeah. So Cavalier de Denier, as I said, this is Saint Luke apparently. Il est serein, ancré et prêt à s'élever socialement dans l'harmonie émotionnelle. All right, so this roughly means he is very serene, very grounded, anchored, and ready to elevate himself socially in the emotional harmony, or something along those lines. I think you can make out what it's sort of supposed to mean, right? Emotional harmony. Oh, that's interesting. See, now, because it's coins, I don't read it as emotions. If it would have been cups, I would have read it as emotions. But of course, emotions and feelings, they're in every card of the tarot, however you spin it, because we are human beings and we do everything with emotions since we are not robots yet. Well, not me, girl. They won't get me. No, okay, so, but it's interesting to me because my first reaction, honestly, was, see, I read it differently. However, it does make me think a little bit, because of course it's emotions. The emotions that I get when I see this card, it's emotions of security, of harmony, of knowing what I'm doing, of taking it easy, taking it a little bit slower, but that does not mean being unfocused. That does not mean that I don't have my eyes on the prize. It just means don't stress about it so much. Just do it. But not in the don't think, just do and use all your muscle strength way. More in the just ease into it. you'll see everything will work out just fine. Got all that from just the first sentence? Cependant, il n'est pas très ouvert d'esprit car ses buts sont la sécurité matérielle et la prospérité pour lui-même et pour sa famille. At the same time, the Knight of Coins is not very open-minded because his goals are about material security and prosperity for himself and his family. Le cavalier fixe le denier qu'il trouve en face de lui comme son seul objectif. The cavalier, the knight, is looking at the coin in front of him, and actually il fixe, it means he's fixated on it. There you go. He's fixated on the coin in front of him, and he sees that coin as his only objective. He needs to go straight to the goal, right, and not lose track of his objective. Ce cavalier représente le monde du taureau ou bœuf. Dans l'arcane du monde, il est donc attribué à Saint Luc. So they explain why he's supposed to be Saint Luke, because it's the sign of Taurus. Therefore, he is also the bull in the world card. This bull symbolizes the sacrifice for reaching those goals. Oh, that's the Taurus, sorry. And then the bull stands for work on the land, you know, same as we see in the Smithwaite and the Thoth deck. So he is clearly part of the world of work, let's say, but be careful to not only have one specific goal in mind and to sacrifice all else. So, yeah, be very focused, but don't let it, I guess, spoil the rest, which is why it's such a healthy card. Look at all that health. So, I love this. Ah, oh, it's so good, isn't it? And it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's just sort of a new spin on it. Yet, again, traditional. Even though it's a very, very new modern Marseille. It's a good deck, guys. It's a good deck. The cards fell. Let's see what fell on the floor. The 9 of Coins. The 5 of Swords. We want none of that. The King of Swords. What's with the swords, people? 7 swords. Anyway. I like this. This is very good for today. God. See, this is what it's like being almost 40 and just being hot in a van that doesn't have any air conditioning. I know. And then just looking into the bright light of the sun reflected on the road. I'm not quite sure if that sentence made any sense, but here it is anyway. Okay, this is a very nice card. It's very... I think it's just what I need today, right now. So this was a good call. Yeah. Coffee break, tarot break, talking to you guys. I have no idea if this video is for Patreon or YouTube, but I can tell you right now, this video is, again, one that is very much like everything I do on Patreon, or like the majority of what I do on Patreon. It's very chaotic vlog, sitting down as if I'm talking to my friends. I share quite a few things of my personal life, about my personal life, much more than I do on YouTube, and it just depends what we're talking about, obviously, but it's more raw, that's for sure. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you like it. Alright, I'm gonna drink my coffee and continue. But no rush, right? Check me out. It's still the afternoon, but the shutters are closed, and so no daylight's getting in. So I have the little lamp. I'm at my grandparents' place, And it's so nice. We already talked, of course, obviously. I had another shower after all that warmth from earlier this afternoon. And I'm very comfy. All right, this was cool. I know this wasn't like a big effort, only 4 hours drive, but I did put gas in the car, I did put air in the tire, and I did get here without any mistakes. And I parked well, if I may say so myself. It's a relief. And next video is going to be the one night I am in the van. Hope you're into that. I love that stuff, all right? Okay, so thank you so much for being here. If you want to see more of these types of videos, I do recommend Patreon, honestly, especially After Party tier. It's the most popular tier of all, and I understand because you get a lot of content. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for supporting my work as a patron, as someone who purchased my deck, because I made a deck, magical guidance cards, or as someone who watches, likes, comments, maybe even shares the YouTube videos. It's the easiest way to support what I do. So thanks so much for that, and I'll see you in the next one.